A federal judge puts a temporary hold on the state's immigration law. An Oklahoma man who was the longest imprisoned U.S. inmate to be exonerated is getting some financial relief. And a new name for Will Rogers World Airport. We'll have details coming up on the KGOU AM News Brief for Monday, July 1st. I'm Nick Daniels. A federal judge says Oklahoma's new immigration law cannot take effect because it undermines federal authority by allowing local police to engage in immigration enforcement. State Capitol reporter Lionel Ramos tells us it's a ruling that aligns with how other courts in other states have handled legal action over similar laws.
Western District Court of Oklahoma Judge Bernard Jones writes in his order that while Oklahoma may have understandable frustrations with problems caused by illegal immigration, the state cannot enact policy that undermines federal law. Had it taken effect, Oklahoma's House Bill 4156 would have allowed local police to arrest unauthorized immigrants and jail them, a job usually reserved for federal authorities. The Department of Justice and a group of activists and individuals sued the state promptly after Governor Kevin Stitt signed the measure into law in April. Their claim is that it preempts federal purview over immigration matters. Jones agrees. The ruling aligns with the decisions of judges in Texas and Iowa, which recently stopped similar laws there. I'm Lionel Ramos.
State Attorney General Gentner Drummond vowed to appeal the decision shortly after the judge's order. The school board for the nation's first publicly funded religious school responded to a recent state Supreme Court decision against it, saying it will appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. As State Impact's Beth Wallace reports, the state board that authorized St. Isidore's contract also met and had trouble getting everyone on board with the court order.
St. Isidore's board voted unanimously Friday morning.
The board confirms that the school will delay opening to students at least until the 2025-26 school year, as it seeks review by the United States Supreme Court.
The Oklahoma Supreme Court ruled St. Isidore's contract was unconstitutional and should be rescinded. But when the statewide virtual charter school board also met Friday, member Brian Shellum abstained from the vote to rescind the contract, saying they should wait until the end of the 10 days St. Isidore has to petition for a rehearing.
We want to be in compliance with the order of the court, but I also want to allow that process to happen because they give us that process. Everything just happened a couple days ago.
That meant the vote failed, and because the board is dissolving, it will never take another vote. A new statewide charter school board will take up the mantle. Its first meeting is set for July 9th. For State Impact, I'm Beth Wallace.
The Oklahoma man who was the longest imprisoned U.S. inmate to be exonerated is getting some financial relief. KFOR-TV reports Glenn Simmons will receive $175,000 from the state of Oklahoma. That's the maximum amount allowed. Simmons spent nearly 50 years in prison for a murder he did not commit. Simmons' attorney, Joe Norwood, told KFOR-TV that Simmons is happy to get the money, but the compensation doesn't seem fair.
It's, a little over $3,000 a year for being imprisoned in maximum security. Yeah, it is BS.
Simmons may get additional compensation. A federal civil rights lawsuit seeking millions of dollars is pending. Will Rogers World Airport may be changing its name. The Oklahoma City Airport Trust says the airport is considering a name change in February following a survey conducted earlier this year. About 6,000 people participated in the survey. Results indicated that only about 19% referred to the airport by its full name. The Airport Trust says the survey and an outside company will help in selecting a new name for the airport. You'll find more news throughout the day at our website, kgou.org, and on the KGOU PM News Brief podcast.
Here at Shortwave Space Camp, we escape our everyday lives to explore the mysteries and quirks of the universe. We find weird, fun, interesting stories that explain how the cosmos is partying all around us. From stars to dwarf planets to black holes and beyond, we've got you. Listen now to the Shortwave podcast from NPR.